What's up, guys? We're back with Solve Analysis. Took a little break, but I don't know who I'm. Like, no one watches these on YouTube, so it's just like it's for anyone. So whatever. Okay, we got JohnnyDaCuber here. 4x4 average is 57 seconds, so sub 1, so pretty solid. Certainly experience. He considers the best part of his solve first two centers, then first three edges, and last layer are his worst part. So last layer could be specific to 4x4, could just be something to work on with 3x3. 2 years cubing, 7 to 14 hours, so pretty standard. Certainly serious. 7 to 14 is a good amount of time. And 57 in 2 years seems. I don't know what his practice distribution is. I should ask, how seriously do you practice this specific event? Because 2 years, if you ever practice big cubes and you just put in big cubes, like that don't mean that much. But we'll jump into it. I'm assuming he does. Yeah, he said first three. So okay. I love this camera angle. This is like. This is the dream. This is the dream. This is probably the best submitted solve analysis video I've ever received. Thank you, JohnnyDaCuber. One sec. I think I can make the display better. Oh, yeah. One sec. I need to center. I don't know why it was off. Here we go. This is probably the best solve analysis video I think I've ever seen. Holy crap. Does he have splits up here, too? Oh, my God. The splits don't mean as much to me for 4x4, but thank you for them. Holy crap. This is like... Well, just like look at that. Wait, is he actually like? Oh my god! Wait, this is some legit stuff. If you want the best possible, man, this is good. This is good. I like the video. So I haven't seen anything about the solve yet, but there's some video quality right here. Good work. All right, so first thing I'm already noticing, it looks just you're just like looking like a little shaky, almost like your just hands in general look kind of shaky. It looks like you're like in a competition. Like it looks like it's your first competition or something. You're scared. Okay. Wait, that was a little strange. All right. Okay. All right. I'm seeing some good stuff. Seeing some interesting stuff. Definitely seeing some. Whoa, what? Alright. Yo, Johnny, let me know in chat how serious you are about 4x4. Like, how like willing are you to learn like specific 4x4 stuff versus do you want more general like tips? Like, I'll let you know, but alright, so I saw a bunch of stuff in here. I wanted to watch the first solve all the way through. But we're gonna spend a lot of time in this first solve. Actually, let's just watch the second one. I want to watch the second one and see if there's. We're going to go ahead and straight up watch 2 because I want to see if the second one exhibits. I have a lot to talk about in the first one. I don't want to talk about if there's a lot of different stuff in the second one. I don't want to spend the whole time talking about one solve when it's different in the second one, but okay. Is Johnny in chat? I don't see him actually right now. Where's Johnny? Johnny, be in chat. Kind of important. That's because, like, in this one, it's easier to live take notes because I'm already noticing a bunch of things that are, like, really easy. Just like, oh, don't do this. That I don't need to go into. Just, like, you can just write down really quick. Or, like, and then write down for later or something. Some more stuff there. Don't do that. Whoa, risky. Johnny, 4x4 is one of my main events. All right, so yeah, okay. So you're looking for some 4x4 stuff. Let's watch the third one. I'm thinking I'm gonna watch 3 and then we'll go back to the number 1 because I just want to make sure we're seeing the same stuff. Number 2 is pretty much a lot of the same stuff. So. Nice. Skip there. Okay. Nice. That was good. All right. Let's see. What's up, guys? We got some people in chat already telling him what he's doing. Let's see. Okay, so first for this one, I'm gonna go through. I'm gonna watch the solves. I'm gonna pinpoint just like specific, quick things that are going right and wrong, and then we'll kind of talk about more general stuff, which is what I usually do. But, all right. Where's the first thing I saw? Actually, Johnny said his worst part of his solves are his first 3 edges, but honestly, I don't agree with that. I think they're okay. Like relative, like for 59, for averaging 59 on 4x4, like, I mean, it's like what twice? It's like twice as slow as someone who is like solid but not insane. And like Johnny's first 3 edges, cross edges, are definitely not. I wouldn't call them bad. I think they're fine. Right here, this is kind of weird. I wouldn't recommend, like, right here, first thing. Okay, so you got this case, pretty standard case. It's just like a finger trick type of thing. That's weird. Was that a weird different angle? You have, once I just set it up real quick. So he's got like one of these dealios where it's, what case do you have? So he's got this case right here. And wait, right here. So you get this case right here. And yeah, you wanna, the obvious solution is like you essentially match up these two and then you put it in like that. If you want to do it with your right hand, you have to go like this and then like that, and that's just too many moves. Don't do that. That's bad. So he does the right moves. This finger trick though, I'm not a fan of. He goes like this. So I'm fine with this. Doing these M slices, these are really common. Sebastian and Max and Felix, I think, all use these. Like doing M's like this if it's natural for you. This right here, this move is what I don't like. I would not, this move, this push, this is like kind of like a weird reach. So you can go like this. So what do you hit before it? So this, and then just go like that. Just like to go down, like, cause this is not really feasible. Or in like, people essentially only do M's going up, and then they do this to go back. So that's what I'd really recommend doing there. I just muted on accident. So, oops, I even reminded myself to switch that. Okay, so Johnny is he finishes his cross on M, totally fine. I don't think there's any. Okay, so I'm not world class elite enough to know that at the mega top level this is bad or good, but I'm pretty sure it's fine. If you wanted to really check, you go analyze Felix or Sebastian's videos. I'd say Max, but just in general, Felix and Sebastian just tend to be a lot more sound, and Max will sometimes randomly do weird stuff. So I'd go check out Felix and Sebastian. And I think Sebastian told me once it depends on the case, which matches up with everything like I think plots and blocks are saying it depends on the case, which is like kind of the thing of everyone. Right here, I'd recommend go ahead and finish the cross out. Just do that D2, or essentially like do that D2. Like essentially when you're like looking around, you can do a D2 and still look around. Like look around, do a D2. Okay, so this is the biggest thing right here for finger tricks. You're never allowed to do this anymore. So biggest mistake, something I took way too long to fix. I mean, I didn't switch to this for like a couple years, and it's still like a big deal. It was harder on like V-cubes back in the day, but you could still do it on V-cubes. So the way Johnny does his flipping algorithm is like this. So the key here is that he has the F like this, and then he rotates to do the F prime essentially as a U prime like this. You gotta do thumb, 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 thumb. So this thumb for F prime, for every F prime ever. You're never allowed to do, this is just one of those things you have to do it. Just like, I swear to God, you'll never see anyone like 100% be super fast do it. You just have to do it. Thumb forever. But yeah. Other than that, yeah, just so you can just see, just like, I mean, oh, whoops, okay. Nothing actually happened. I was gonna rewind it. You can just see like right in this case, there's, let's just count the rotations real quick, like on these edge pairings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's like 5 F moves, and like honestly, quite honestly, I'm pretty bad at doing this. Like This, I'm not good at. Like, Sebastian and Max are way faster at me at this, and it's still, like, a million times faster, like, doing a ton of rotations. Like, yeah. Definitely, it just, okay. See, I won't mention that again, but you just gotta do that. Right here, just a quick note. So I wasn't gonna mention this because it does give him an all edges oriented case, but the thing is, I don't think he knew this. So I'm not. So in this particular case, Johnny, you can let me know if I'm wrong, but in a future solve, I saw you didn't do like an edge orientation, so I don't think you were thinking about EO. But in this particular case, you're. Wait, so he's okay. We'll just forget that. Okay, so he's right here. And pretend this back pair is solved. Just pretend the back pair is solved. So you're right here, and you want to solve these two. And for this case, we're gonna pretend that EO doesn't matter. And what you did here, you rotated, he flipped here, and then he solved this 3-move pair. And like that works, but you're already right here. Just go. I guess it's kind of long, but actually there might be a better case. There's definitely a better case though without. That's what I do. Actually, now I'm not 100% sure it's the best, but. This is what I do. Hold on a sec. It's definitely faster than the awkward double rotation thing, but in this particular case, though, this is the right move because it does orient all your edges, but I don't think he kind of knew that, is what I was saying. But partial edge control is something I'm going to mention later also. That is a weird alg for this case. So you have... This is definitely not the alg you want to do. But, so for this case, definitely you just might want to look up some, like, not like you need to relearn any of your algs, you just might want to go check an alg sheet on, just to check and see if you're doing something kind of weird. Because even on a 3i3, the RU one is definitely the one people use. Whoa, that was weird. That was weird. So two things I'm going to recommend you right here. I'm pretty sure Sebastian's the only person in the world who executes PLO parity. Like, okay, they're more like I do it, but I'm saying only really elite person that does it like this. So the PLO parity alg you're using is this. You already know it, so I'll do it quickly. I don't actually know the way Sebastian. There's like the thing is the problem is there's no one at the mega elite level that does it perfectly except Sebastian, and he does it this super whack way. Like I don't know how he does it or something super weird. I wouldn't. It'd be like essentially like learning the alg all over again to do it. The only person that does it properly is Sebastian, and it'd be like learning the whole alg all over again, so I wouldn't recommend that. I'd honestly just I'd recommend just switching to the other PLO parity alg and watching a quick video on how someone executes it, because I don't do it. I would recommend using the other PLO parity alg. It's like, I don't know, it's like something like this or something. It's not that hard. I just recommend switching to that one, is what I'd say. Also, just like, it's the same thing, this execution is just, the execution here is just a little odd, but fun trick. This is something that's definitely I wouldn't recommend spending any time on at this stage. Just kind of something you maybe want to think in the back of your mind. I really definitely don't spend any time on this, so do not worry about it. There's no like, this is not a negative at all, and you're solving. They're just cool. It's just if you're really into 4x4, you're gonna find it cool. So I thought I'd mention it. But totally not a big deal. This case, particular right here, if you do the good J perm first, you'll get pure parity, and if you do parity first, you'll get still J perm, which is still solid, but not as fast. There are just a lot of different, like I mentioned before, it's like which order you do parity versus your PLOs in does make a difference. Totally not something you need to know right now, but if you're into 4x4, you might think it's cool. Just like kind of, you can just think about that. Not a big deal. Definitely don't spend any time like thinking that's not holding you back, is what I'm saying. Just something that's kind of cool. Alright, so solve 2. There's something weird I saw in solve 2, I remember. Okay. This is, okay, so for the first 2 centers here, actually a couple things that are strange. Let's go slow-mo. How do I slow-mo? So here's kind of what I thought was strange here. Okay, so just a kind of rule of thumb. So he has. Man, I don't know why I'm using this cube. This cube is like really slow. Johnny has. This is his first two center case. It's essentially something like this. So he's got these two offset, and then he's got these two down here. So Johnny does is he sees he's got these two, and so first thing he does is he makes a 3 like this. He does this to make a 3, and then that's like, it'd be okay if it was a second center, but when you're building your first center, you have a lot of free form ability. You don't want to, doing this extra move up here doesn't really help you at all. What you want to do in this case is you want to go here to make a 2x1, and then quickly make this other 2x1, and then put them together. Making 3, so because that's a difference of, so this is 1, 2, 3, then like 7 moves. And like, so I don't think it was actually gonna be that much slower or longer, but 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so it actually was. But that was also the ideal. So it was like 5 or 6. It could have been like only 1 move off. But all I'm saying is that don't be building a 3 building 3 out of 4 on a 4x4 center. That's totally a waste. You can get away with it on your second center just because of how the second center works. On center 1, you don't want to be thinking about building parts of centers. You want to build the whole center at once. That's definitely pretty big. All right, there's fine. Just a quick. This isn't too big of a deal, but it's kind of a nice fundamental thing to know. You can save a turn. So you're right here. In this position right here, you can see that. So you do the essentially fat R U R prime to solve a 2x1, and if you do it from right here, it's already going to work. And if you do the extra U prime, it'll also work, but it does the same thing, so you can just save a U prime right there. Not a big deal, but just something kind of that's available. Okay, this is the thing I saw. So right here, the first thing okay. So again, it's 4x4. I'm not 1,000% sure, but I'm almost positive, unless you're dual color neutral, the first thing you do if you're a white only solver is you rotate. Well, if you're white only. Cross on left only, which is essentially like everyone, is you rotate to white on left, yellow on right. The first thing, no matter what, you never do this where, so you have it flipped, and now if you're in this position, you're going to have to do an X2 or a Y2, whatever. You have to do a rotation to get in your actual position. So you never want to be in that. It's like that extra rotation was just awkward. So always immediately go left on the left. Yo, Brad711, thanks for the sub. I don't know actually. I thought I had him on. Oh, my bad. I turned it off. Sorry, Brad. But it's back on now if anyone else subs. Other than that, these 3, like, honestly, I think when he says first 3 weren't good, like, I don't think that's true at all. You can see so he makes the first one. He finds the second red one pretty quickly, efficient. Like, the moves themselves pretty solid. Like, I thought those were fine. Again, that weird finger trick, you might want to eliminate that. You see the M slice up finger tricks are fine. It's just those, like that specific one you saw right there, like it's just really awkward, like right there. And then, that's like, not great. Right there, that's fine. Again, just do that D prime to finish your cross, I'd say. One sec, I had to message. All right. Okay. Oh, this is what I want to say. So, this is a common case. Let's go back a little bit. Alright, I think his crosshead is in general pretty solid. Let's see. Oh, this one. Yo, Mahead45, what's up? Thanks for the sub. This is what I wanted to point out. Johnny does a really solid thing here. I've definitely seen. Okay, so he sees. This is really good. Johnny sees. So he's finished his cross, and he sees he already has a solved edge. So what he does is there's 2 options. You can put it unsolved. You can like take an edge out, put one in. I've seen Sebastian do this, so I'm assuming this is right. I know it's at least a good option. Is the biggest mistake obviously is to not abuse the fact that you already have a solved edge. And Johnny, what he does is he slices out, and then he already knows his back edge is solved, so he only solves 2 edges. And then boom, he only solved 2 edges, and now he has 3 solved because he knew he already had that one solved. So I like that. solid work right there, like that. Unfortunately, I do not like this next piece. Wait, oh, never mind, that was fine. Oh. Okay, never mind. It must have been later in this. It must have been the next solve. That's actually all pretty solid. All good stuff. Don't do that. Just, this has nothing to do with like solving. Just never, if you have a little bit of a, like an off corner, never. Did I tell you that was bad, Plox? That's my bad. I saw Sebastian do it later. I probably told you it was bad, but I wasn't sure. I definitely said I wasn't sure. I saw Sebastian do this though, so I know it's at least it's an option. Oh yeah, don't fix that. Just like let it happen. Your cube's not gonna fall apart. It's kind of a weird. I don't know how big of a deal it is. It's just like this style of like turning where you bring your right hand up and then like you're like this to do RU. Like I think this is more of a case by case kind of thing where more in this case you definitely wanted to go it's wait, what was it? All right, yeah. So in this particular case, you had this. So the alg is, you did the alg right, it's this. So I think like for this specific case though, like doing kind of this type of turning only works if like you're gonna do like, well, it's just like, it's kind of situational. I'm not really, okay, I'm not 100% sure with that. I'm not sure. I always just leave the solved edge where it is, even if it's in the top layer. Johnny, that's fine. Nothing wrong with that. I think that's solid. Just as long as you don't waste it. So what you did is absolutely fine and good. As long as you're not wasting it, that's just really important. For this alg right here, do not do an M-slice version. There's just a non-M-slice version. It's this alg, you can just go pretty easy on 4x4. This M-slices are risky. You get G-perm on this solve and the last one. If you're really into 4x4, I'd recommend. It's not as big of a deal with 4x4, but I'd recommend learning your RUDG perms. Just throwing that out there. It's just kind of something you look up. So a lot of this next one I already seen. So a lot of the same. I imagine the last two are as well. We kind of hit all the specific things I imagine I'm going to talk about. I've already hit. I do have a couple more mentions, but these centers were a little weird. These were kind of not as smooth as the last ones for sure. For that case, I don't know. It's not too big a deal. It's like always doing it one way is not a big deal. So, okay, never mind. I guess I didn't see it. I thought I saw something that was bad, but then it wasn't. So, never mind. Oh, right here. This is a classic EO case, really basic EO case. The Johnny's like he forces a dot case, and this is just in general when you're 3x3, just think about EO. I can just pull this one out really quick. It's you have this case right here, and so what you want to do here is you want to rearrange these to be in this position by doing this, and that it's kind of a rotation, but it's certainly worth it to stop the dot case. Just kind of EO is at this speed. EO is like the most basic like kind of next transition. Not something you need to be. It's not something you need to look up algs for. It's kind of something you should be thinking about. It's definitely EO. It's pretty basic. Definitely 2 rotations. Honestly, I think 2 rotations worth it. Not getting a dot case on 4x4. For 3x3, maybe not, but definitely would say it's worth it for 4x4. All right, so let's see some of the next stuff. Same thing on that center. Actually, it didn't seem as okay. I like this. I do like right here. Right here is good. Right here is I like this a lot. Johnny's got he doesn't do a rotation. You can do a rotation, match up your bar on the M layer, but Johnny just matches up his bar on the E layer. That's good. I really like that. Solid stuff. He makes the same mistake than before of putting yellow on left, then doing the rotation. So that's unfortunate, but I do like that white-yellow building right there. Nice stuff. Well, I don't like the finger tricks, but it's fine. Nice, skip that edge. Yeah, definitely make the cross first. Just kind of a good tip there. Finish the cross always. Okay, so in this specific case, that's fine. Flipping it's fine. Yeah, I don't think it's too big of a deal. Ooh, nice trick there. Alright. Alright, last one. Nice. Build the whole center. Nice, nice. Honestly, I think the first three edges are pretty solid. Yeah, like every single one. There was only one solid with bad first three, but I think they're all in general pretty good. So, yeah, I think definitely some good stuff going on there. Alright, so the same stuff in the last solves. Alright, so kind of overall thoughts on that. I already mentioned all the smaller stuff. The biggest thing I thought that I haven't mentioned at all yet is the TPS is just real fast. Like, I mentioned that like the first thing I saw on the very first solve, I don't know if you might have been nervous because you're recording, but like, you can see the hands are like kind of shaky. That's just like, it might be nerves or something, but it's a little indicative of just like, you're also just trying to turn too fast for like what you're used to. And just in general, like, there's a couple points in like this solve, like right here, like pause then. Like, I don't know, just like some of the inserts are just like so fast. The like RU inserts just like it's like a random spurt of like 15 TPS, and then like all of a sudden back to normal. Really, I'd recommend overall calming down your TPS. Really kind of going for more smoothness because there's a lot of pauses on your next 8 edges. The first 3 I thought were pretty strong. First 2 centers were average. I thought the cross edges were strong. Don't be flip-flopping your centers and like you're putting yellow on left. I thought center building was pretty okay as well. The finger tricks were a little strange. Biggest finger trick thing obviously was the using thumb for F prime. I thought good. Some of the fundamentals, like the actual way you were solving your 8 edges, your next 8 were pretty solid. I didn't really see anything that was really incorrect there. I thought that was a really good job. Good solid stuff. But really turn down, especially in your next 8, is like slow down the TPS way down and really hit that fluidity because the fluidity is just not there at all. That's like the biggest problem with those next 8. So I'd recommend that there. 3x3 stage, learn some partial edge control. Some of your OL algs are just not built for big cubes, which isn't a big deal. If you're not that into big cubes, like you want to do 3x3, totally optional to kind of learn that stuff. But if you are like big into 4x4, I'd recommend learning some RUDG perms. Just kind of some other stuff. You can look at your PLL, like PLLs with parity and whatnot, stuff like that. But overall, pretty solid. Yeah, I mentioned most of the stuff already, so that was that.